Muting.
Okay. Rainy studio. All right, so 2 blue and 1 yellow, sitting either halfway or 2/3 back on the carriage. I look ridiculously scrunched, but I won't in a minute. And arms are nice and long. You can bend their elbows a little bit. You want your back nice and straight. So notice even that little tiny sit back. I'm going to push up straight. Feet are parallel, hip distance apart. And we're going to take the carriage out, lifting the heels, press into the big toe. And we're just going to do heel drops here. So notice if you can let go of with your hands and you want to squeeze in the pelvis and the sit bones to stabilize yourself on the carriage. Rolling your shoulders back to a nice long neck. Good. Next one, keep your heels high and just in and out with the heels. So when you come in, only come as far as you have that fold in your hip flexor, but not so you squunch in your chest to your knees, because you want to keep your back straight the whole time. Let's do 3 more here. Ribs are closed, neck is nice and long. Good. And let's bring it halfway in. Let's rotate to a narrow V. Same thing, find your sit bones, push the small of your back so it's stacked on your hips. And in and out, straight legs, squeezing the heels together. And just test that you can take your arms off and you're not going to fall backwards into your hips. Shoulders down, neck is long. And next one, we'll add the heels. Up, down and up, and in. Three. And last one. Good. Hold it there, sitting up nice and tall. Arms in fifth. Keeping the heels lifted. They don't have to be super high heels, but heels lifted and glued together. All right. We're going to open, spiral to the side. This is when you get the proof of the pudding, whether you're activating your sit bones, stabilizing on the carriage. So you want to squeeze all the way up to the base of the pelvic floor to stabilize nice along the spine and stabilize your booty on the carriage. I suppose if you're wearing really slippery tights, you might have an issue. This time as we open to the right, we're going to heels down, heels up, bring it in. Open to the left, heels down and up, and bring it in. Again. Bring it in. Good. Keep your feet where they are, holding on to the outside of your foot bar, pushing into your feet, holding on with your hands so your bar doesn't come dislodged. I want you to push back and lengthen through the legs in the back. Whether your legs go straight or not is not the point. I want to open up through the back, looking down in the well. And bring it in. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, scooping out in the belly, ribs pull in, shoulders pull away from the ears. And bring it in. And this time we're going to arch back up. So press your chest forward. So push into your feet. And release. Again. And let's just put it together a couple times. So scoop, hollow, round, lengthen. And come in, tipping the pelvis down toward the carriage, arching up. And again, scoop, round, hollow. And come up. Good. All right, Let's just sit in a little butterfly. So scoot your booty back. Stand up nice and tall. And we're gonna dolphin dive down. So hollowing out, dolphin dive down, forward, lengthen to the diagonal, and then straight back up. And again, narrowing through the pelvis as you do that. So you wanna feel narrowing in the pelvic floor and a lengthening of the spine as you come up. 2 more times. Everything narrows to the center and up. Last one. Good. And reversing the motion, we hinge forward, nice long straight back, and then starting with your lower back as if there's a string pulling from your belly. Pull back, sitting up straight, stacking the vertebra. And again, shoulders down as you hinge. Start with the lower belly, the pelvis, and stack it up. 2 more. Stack it up. And last one. Stack it up. Good. All right, let's go to 1 yellow spring. Let's stay facing the way we are. We'll come back to a little leg work. Let's stay on our upper body. Long black straps. Sitting cross-legged, or you can sit on your knees, whichever you're more comfortable. Actually, I'm gonna sit on my knees. And go into service, just pulling forward, nice long straight back, and control the carriage coming in. Elbows go back behind the ribs, open through the chest, but don't hurl your chin up. I get longer, taller, scooping down, lift up, control it in. Scoop down. Let's do 3 more. On the 3rd one, we're just going to add on a little circle. So scoop down, come into service, 1 circle, close the circle before you come in. Exhale. 2 more. Finish the circle. Good. Reversing the circle. Finish it and close it before you come in. 2 more. And last one. Good. All right, pushing out, service to Wonder Woman, hinging forward slightly in the upper body, pull the belly and the ribs in, open goalpost arms. Don't go past your shoulder line with your elbow. Push straight out from the elbow, straight out. Let's do 4 more. Let's meet up, Wonder Woman arms. The cable's off your shoulders. We're bending through parallel arms, palms face down as you extend. Shoulders down, long neck, your body is still hinged forward, ribs are closed, belly's in, neck is long, your gaze is right about at the platform. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And spiral in and bring it in. Let's switch to a blue spring and take your foot bar down. We're going to turn around. Walk your knees back so you're a nice long tabletop. And walk over to the right side of your carriage slightly. Take the long black strap in your right arm. Your left hand is on the headrest, and we're going to sit back ever so slightly in our haunches. So your wrist is in front of your shoulder, shoulders are square. Pull the shoulders down, lock in that tabletop long torso, and as if you're pushing through water, sweeping that arm. Let's do 3 more. 2, and on the next one, we meet up with that arm long by the hip to bend into the elbow, push through the tricep, keeping the elbow the height of your waist, of your ribs, and keep your shoulders square. Your weight is back in your hips. 3, 2, and last one, long neck, and bring it in. And other side. So get your long tabletop back first. Open the palm, sweeping that arm. Weight ever so slightly back in your hips so you're not crunching into that wrist. Notice if you're collapsing in your right shoulder. 3, 2, and let's meet up with that arm alongside our body. Keep the elbow high as you bend in and push out. Keep that shoulder, the left shoulder, reaching away from your ear. 3 more. One arm is always stronger than the other, so notice. And bring it in. Good. All right, let's sit forward so our legs are in between our shoulder blocks. A spread hand width behind you. Let's take the short loops. Nice tall back. Okay, so test the length of your your cables here, Gretchen. Keeping the elbows forward, back is straight, palms are open. 4, and last one. Open. Good. We're going to add on C curve. Okay. Bicep curl in. Roll down the C curve. 4 bicep curls here. Pulling that C curve. Holding your chin down. And rolling up. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. So bicep curl in. Exhale. Roll to C curve 4 times. And last one, you come into that bicep curl, using the tension on the cables to slowly roll up, stack the vertebra, and bicep curl in. 4, 'Good. For the last one, let's use left leg comes tabletop, roll down, and opening that bicep curl, the leg goes out, pull in. Come in, roll up, and let's switch. So we get to do it 5 times. Open, right leg, square the hips and shoulders. And last one, control that roll up and come in. Good. Let's go to long loops. Hopefully you felt that bicep. Sitting up nice and tall, chest expansion, just opening through the chest. Again, as if you're pushing through water, open hands, lifting in the sternum, keeping the shoulders back and down. 2 more. Good. Adding on. You come forward. Bicep curl as you roll down, C curve. Coming up, swivel, chest expansion. Let's do that 3 more times. Keeping our shoulders out of our ears and keep them from rolling forward. You want to keep opening through the sternum. Last time. Good. And just fold forward. Coming up, let's cross our cables. Okay, palms facing out. We're going to push out, keeping the palms facing out. Elbows are soft, but arms are extended, working through that chest. Squeezing your shoulder blades together. Keep the work out of your traps. 2 more. And last one. Good. Keep your cables crossed, but choke up on your hardware. Simple row, palms facing down. As you pull your elbows in, palms face up. Long spine. Release. Long neck. And 3 more. 2. Good. This one, let's meet up in that pull. Pull back 1 inch harder, release 1 inch. 1 inch, 1 inch. Really engaging the lats. Don't use your neck. Don't use your jaw. 3, 2, and 1. And let's release. All right, uncross the cables. Coming on top of the carriage. This is where my angle, it's really ugly due to rainy day studio. Okay, come into your A-frame. Nice solid A-frame. My left knee is against the shoulder block, so my left hand is on top. First, just push your pelvis forward, lift up in the under ribs, and we're just going to open up and frame our face. And fold forward, and again, open, frame, and we're going to extend through 3 times. And come in, frame, open, really lift the top ribs. Just stretch the arms straight. And fold forward to come in. Do you guys get the motion, the difference between pushing through a straight arm and just opening up straight arm? So you're not pushing through the cable. All right, A-frame. Square the hips, open up through, if it's your right leg against the shoulder block, open up that left hip, pull it back. And just open to frame your face. And fold forward. Make sure you're breathing, ribs are closed. And extend through. Last one. Then frame your face and just reach your fingers toward the back of the reformer, opening up, and soften that elbow and fold forward. Okay, run a blue spring. Let's put our feet on the platform. Walk your hands back to the middle of the reformer. I'm going to slightly externally rotate my hands at the shoulder. We're going to push out to our plank. Tuck the pelvis, lift the belly, close the ribs, and a little push forward, and pull the wrists in underneath the shoulders. Push forward. 3, 2, 1. Into plank. Hold it there for 4, 3, 2. Nice deep breath in. Pull the belly button up. Close the ribs, and we're pulling into pike. Releasing the crown of the head. You're looking at your ankles as you go into pike. Make sure you come back into plank fully. Two more. And let's meet up here in plank. Last thing, tabletop pull. Find your big toes. 3 more. Then we're going to meet up in tabletop. 2. This next one, let's meet up tabletop. Hold it here. Lift in the belly. Little knee dips for 6. Just down an inch. Pull up with the belly button. Parallel knees. 3, 2, and 1. And let's pull it in. Take a nice high hip child's pose. Okay, let's switch to a yellow spring and put our foot bar up to the highest rung. Coming into tabletop, but walk your knees back so your back is nice and long. Okay, your hands can be behind the shoulder rest or in between on the headrest as you wish. Left foot is going up onto the foot bar. So once you're here, lengthen through the leg and sit into that supporting leg without collapsing in the belly. A nice square back, square hips. We're going to lower, raise the heel, bring the carriage in and out. So make sure that you're not doing all the work in your hands, your wrists, your arms. You want to feel your weight back in that supporting hip. Lift it in the torso. Really working through that foot. And the working leg, squeeze the entire leg. Don't just put the work in the quad. You want to engage the glutes, the hamstring, get that calf working. 3, 2, and last one. Good. All right, as we come in, we're going to open up right angle. So you're on your right elbow. Well, I'm on my right elbow. My left foot's on the foot bar. And open that hip. And again, sit back into the supporting hip and in and out there. Try not to fall back into your supporting hip. You want to stay lifted in the abdominals. Let's do 4 more. And bring it in. Good. Switching sides. Square everything up again. As you take the carriage out, lift up in the torso and sit back into that hip, lowering and raising the right heel. Bring it in. Let's do 4 more. Pushing through the big toe, don't roll out on the pinky. 3. 2. Last one. And externally rotate. Open through the torso. The shoulders down. 4. And let's bring it in. Stay in a yellow. Sorry, I don't know why my hand is itching. All right, onto our knees, up against the shoulder block. Walk your hands forward. We're going to scoop into our kitty cat. Sit back into your hips ever so slightly, and using our abdominals, pull that carriage in. So you're almost sitting on your heels, but you don't quite. Stay in contraction, meaning don't let that carriage go back and release. Long neck. Every once in a while, check that you're not bringing your shoulders up to your ears. Five. Last 2. And 1. Keep your hands where they are. Coming up and pushing your thighs into the shoulder blocks. Coming into a flat back here, scoop out your armpits, shoulders down, and you pull forward. The crown of the head reaches forward. Shoulders down, long neck. 3, 2, and 1. Keeping your hands right where they are. Shift your weight back. Scoop into a rounded back. And again, abdominals in. 4, 3, 2, 1. And coming back up, square the shoulders, scoop out the armpit, lift up in the ribs and belly, and pull forward. Four, 3, 2, and 1. And take a little extension stretch. Clasp the hands in the back, sit up nice and tall. Squeeze the heels of the hands together. Open through the chest and drop your chin. Good. Okay, turning around, we're gonna put all of our springs on. Speaking of. Laying down on our back. Headrest can be up or down as you wish. Good, let's start with heels, ankles, knees together. Anchor that tailbone, shoulders are nice and wide. We're gonna push out. It's gonna be hard. If you don't like it, tough. Take a yellow off to start and control it in. Squeeze out, lengthen, control it coming in. Squeeze out, lengthen, control. 4, 3, making sure your booty's engaged. 2, and this last one, as you come in, stop halfway. Stop here, in and out, 6 to 8 inch range of motion. Narrowing the sit bones. 4, 3, 2, take the carriage all the way out to close the motion and bring it in. Good. Okay, narrow V. Take it out, squeeze into the booty. 4, 2, and this last one, we're gonna bring the carriage halfway in, 6 to 8 inch range of motion. Really focus on where you're pushing from, that glute hamstring insertion. 4, 3, 2, let's take the carriage all the way out, bring it all the way back in. Good. Last position, heels, wide stance on the foot bar. Make sure you're neutral spine and push out. Four, 3, and this last one, as you come in halfway, 6 to 8 inch range of motion. 4, 3, 2, take it all the way out and bring it all the way in. Good. All right, we're gonna roll to the side. To change our spring, let's go 2 yellow, 1 red. And if you had already gotten to 2 yellow, 1 red, take 1 yellow off. Coming back to the high heel, so toward the center of your foot, fist distance between your knees, neutral neutral pelvis, tailbone is anchored, and we're gonna march one leg to the other, squeezing into that straight leg. Let's do 2 more times each side. Good, both feet down, keep going. For 6, 5, and last one. Good, bring it in. Shake it out, make sure your shoulders aren't jammed up, narrow V. Same thing, single leg marching, narrow V, bring the heels back together on the foot bar. Four more. Squeezing that working leg, nice and straight. 3, 2, last one, each side, and keep both heels down and in and out. Lengthening all the way through the legs. 4, 'and bring it in. Good. Shake it out. Alrighty, let's roll to the side again. And before we go into leg circles, let's go one red spring. Coming back down on our back. Let's start with, take the right cable and put the left foot in it. So we're cross cable. Let's extend to 45 and come into a scissor extension with that left leg toward 90. So drop that left hip, tailbone stays down, pelvis stays facing the foot bar so we're not tumbling into our lower back. Take hold of that cable, just get a nice little stretch, as if you're trying to arch your back, tip your pelvis more toward the foot bar, and then release, coming into scissor extension, cross cable, so keep that left leg working in a straight line. Three more. 2. Last one. Good. Let's meet up 45. Bend through the left knee as you reach through the right leg, and then switch. Same thing. Pushing through that same straight line each time. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's bend it in and switch. Left cable on the right foot. We go 45 degrees, ankles in line with the midline of the pelvis, and extend through. Tip the pelvis toward your foot bar, so you're not rolling into your lower back. Close the ribs, shoulders down, and take hold of that cable. It's a little pull stretch. And release through. Managing the torque. So you're pushing through that same line. Four. Good, let's meet up 45 degrees. Then through the right knee first, and then switch. Pushing through straight lines from the hip. 3, 2, 1, both tabletop and take a foot out. Good. Rolling to the side again. Let's go to a yellow and a blue. Coming onto our back. Both feet going along black straps. Push out 45. A little half froggy, in and out, anchoring the tailbone. Heavy ribs, long neck, soft jaw. Good. Going into full froggy, extending out, open to your V. Drawing a circle on the same plane with your heels. Keep the work out of your lower back. Two more. Let's reverse. Pull in, pushing out. Make sure your heels are working on that same plane. Tailbone is anchored. Pelvis is facing your foot bar. 3, 2, 45 degrees externally rotated, Peter Pan. Here again, don't tumble into the lower back. Keeping the heel of the bent knee directly underneath the pelvis. Heels kiss as they come in. 2 more times each side. Feel your sit bones engaged. And 45 degrees, let's start circles at the bottom. Keep the ribs from popping. Keep your pelvis facing the foot bar. Three more. Let's meet up 90 degrees. So heels are directly over our sit bones, just opening into our V and closing back up. Opening and close. 3, 2. And from 90 degrees, let's start circles there, full circle. Really try and work through the hip socket parallel to external. So you feel at the bottom of the circle, the whole pelvic floor engaged. Let's do 3 more. Good. And come up to 90. Flex through the feet. Heels to the sky, toes toward your forehead. Pelvis facing the foot bar. So drop your tailbone. And let's release our left foot. Extend down so you're standing on that far wall. The heel is directly under the sit bone for stability. And pull your right leg in without pulling your hip up to your rib cage. When you're ready, float the right leg down and the left leg up. Get that right leg standing on that far wall for stability first. And then drop that hip. And let's meet up 45 degrees. Soles of the feet come together for butterfly. Pull your heels toward your pelvis and see if you can let your legs be nice and heavy.
Amazing. Hey, Deborah, if we were to do spine work,